I'm Manuel Carrasco Jr. Welcome to another episode of podcast Valquemado. On this occasion, we are with a shooter that is known everywhere around the world, a Brownie shooter. We're lucky to have here Avelino. Hello Avelino, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for coming to our podcast. I'm going to start with the question I always do. How did you start shooting?
I started shooting at 16 years old for only 1 year of trap, universal trap trench. And after that, my father said, stop it, I need to study. And after that, life coming and I renew with clay shooting around 30 years old. I'm 47 now, and from 17 years I'm shooting, beginner, and after international competitions around 2009.
That's a lot of time shooting.
Yes.
So, as someone with such experience that you have, a lot of people always ask what is the length of cannon better to use, which chokes to use, what cartridges. What do you normally use?
I use a Myroku MK38. It's supposed to be a trap shotgun, so I use a barrel of 32 inches, 81 centimeters, and 3/4 and full chop. It's fixed. And the cartridge it's AA Winchester and shot 7.5.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk a bit about the technique that you use. We see the podiums on World Cups and Europeans. It's always different type of techniques. Some go over the clay, some do pull away, some do swing. What do you normally use when shooting?
It depends of the different trajectories. Sometimes maintain lead, it's more I feel more confident with maintain lead, or sometimes put away. Never swing through, never. I never want to start behind the target. I prefer starting in the target, moving with the target, and crossing the target with my shoulders. That's what I prefer to do, but sometimes maintain lead by the front, it's better for me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess that depends on the clay and the trajectory.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
And your confidence.
No, yeah, the confidence is, I think, the most important part of all. Yeah. We hear a lot of shooters say that the mental aspect of the game it's almost 90% of the shooting. How do you normally prepare for big competitions? Because, for example, now we are here on the World Cup in Hungary. How do you normally prepare mentally and physically for competitions like this?
Physically, I work during autumn and winter. Bit of running, plank, something. Only autumn and winter. After that, I work my own technique at the end of the winter. And before a competition, I'm in the competition, I think 1 week before. Not 1 week before, I think about just my clothes, my cap, my clothes, my bag, shotgun, cartridges and all. And for the last training, for example, in France, in north of France where I'm from, I shoot the last training day if it was a training just in situation, with the same clothes, same cap, same bag, and just one time, 1 week before.
Okay. I guess you could say that you try your best to normalize the day that before you're going to shoot.
I try to. Sometimes function, sometimes not.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's tips and tricks that someone uses to try to be on the mental state. So for people that may be watching that would be interested on starting shooting, but like they maybe need some tips or they're nervous about it, what would you say to them? How will you encourage them to say, no, you should start shooting because it's good for...
Okay. I think the most important is to find a good teacher, a good coach, a good manager, somebody who can help you at the very beginning to have a good safety attitude, to stay calm, and to practice with the right shotgun, to put the right shotgun, the right place on your shoulder, and to start to kill targets properly, slowly, step by step. Don't start too far. It's easy to kill targets, but it's very difficult not to miss.
No.
So starting with a coach, with a teacher to take listen. When you start to play golf, you have a teacher. When you start to play tennis, you have a teacher. that used to be the same for clay shooting. I think so. So teach with somebody.
I think that's very important because at the end of the day, it's not the same. You shoot and you see what you're doing, but if you have someone that knows and that's have a lot of experience behind you, he can look behind you and just by mounting the gun, they can say, stop, you have to do this and you have to move yourself, you have to prepare for the machine. I think what you said is very important, and I think that's something that is going to go further along these years because at least in Spain, I don't know how it will be in France, it's not that normalized yet to have a coach on shooting. You have it on you have it on golf, you have it on tennis, you have it on everything except shooting. I think that's something that's going to go by the years. So one question that I want to do that normally I like to do to all my interviews, how do you see the world of clay shooting in 10 years?
I see that from France. One big question around the lead, steel or lead. Maybe we will shoot with steel, and we don't know if that's going to happen or not. And everywhere in Europe that can be different about political situations. So for the moment I can see a short time, maybe for next year that will be okay, but for 3, 5 or 10 years we don't know what's going to happen about problems with noise, with pollution of the lead, and all the situations. I think every case is every time different. I hope clay shooting is going to be more high level, maybe, and but I think it's an effort of everyone, of competitors, of managers, politics, direction of international federation or country federation, which one need to go to shoot in the same direction.
Yeah.
So need to be
a joint effort.
Doing effort all together. I think for the future, for a good future of our sport, because it's a real sport. We need to look and to shoot in the same direction.
Yeah, I think that's something I agree completely. I think everyone has to join forces,
Yes.
go together, both federations, brands, shooters,
Yes,
managers,
brands, shooters,
everything. Everything should, as you said, shoot on the right direction and try to go to the future. So just as the last question to kind of finish everything off, a lot of people always, especially shooters, they don't realize, as you said before, that this is a sport.
Yeah.
A lot of people usually join them with hunting, but it's two separate things. Hunting, you can train with clay shooting, of course, but I think clay shooting in itself is a sport and it's something that people may not yet recognize. What do you think about that?
I think clay shooting is wonderful because you can have fun and practicing differently. For the hunter, he can shoot 25 targets and have some fun with training in full safety place, and meet some friends and all. Who won't just have fun for Saturday evening with a couple of friends and shooting a bit and have a drink and come with family? We can do that. And the competitor can work properly during the week or the weekend to be better with his own technique, to improve shotgun, cartridges and all. So I think whatever the discipline, whatever the way you practice clay shooting, you can have fun. But if you want to be a competitor, this is a sport. This is not just fun, a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good way to finish here. Thank you very much for coming.
Real pleasure. Thank you.
I am Manuel Carrasco Jr. and this is Podcast Valquemado. Hi to everyone.